Okay, we're live.
All right.
Flies.
Welcome back, Friday Night Flies. I think this will be the last episode of the evening, so thanks for joining us. And if you miss any of the other episodes, you can always go back to FridayNightFlies.com, check them out there. They'll be posted right on the main page as well.
Good show tonight.
Yeah, no, we had some very current flies today. Everything you can use tomorrow. That is our kind of philosophy. It's recipes for the weekend, so these are all things that are everything that we've been tying throughout the whole season and last season. It's always things that we're tying right now for what we're about to do in the next couple of days. So, yeah, hope you enjoy them.
We're encouraging people to use the features of questions and answers, even if it is kind of ridiculous, like some of the past questions of the evening.
Yep.
But it answers us, like it just keeps us on our toes, and we like talking to people, and we like getting some feedback. So
yeah, it's one thing if we're just sitting here by ourselves doing this, but yeah, we like your feedback. If you think they're garbage, or if you think they're great, or if you have ideas for flies that you would like to see us do, or questions of the area, you do have Brad Knowles sit beside us through every episode, and he is a Pemberton local, born and bred.
Yeah, and if come on down to the shop, man.
Wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. Anyhow, so Kara touched base with the flying ants. We let it slip. This weekend's going to be hot. Hopefully the weather doesn't kind of stymie it.
Yeah, because it's just on the floater right now.
It is.
There's a few of them. There's not millions yet. It just started.
We need that
last night.
20+ degree weather.
Yeah.
And a little bit of sunshine, but we got a little bit of rain coming, but that's okay. The rivers are blowing out, but hey, the lakes are good. We got 24-inch plus rainbows.
Ice is off now everywhere.
Yeah, except for Duffy Lake. Duffy Lake still got ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as soon as that sucker's off, man, I'll be there.
And it'll be right in the same time that the hatch of the flying black ants is in full bloom. Yeah. And you only got about really a 2-week, 3-week window with them.
2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks, and well, it depends. If the weather draws out, if it stays nice and warm, it could be really
good. Might be a little, yeah.
Yeah. But anyhow, Friday Night Flies. Let's get down to business.
Yeah, let's take her down. I'll show you the foam flying ant.
The master
of
disguise.
That's what we got going on right now. Hitting the skies of Pemberton with a nice big brown-winged flying
ants. That actually kind of looks yellow in the picture.
Yeah, this one, the concave that I'm using is a bit of a yellow. I didn't have a.
I mean, there's different colors.
A true match, but what I was going for with this is that's my my sight indicator.
Yeah.
So that I can visually see it on the water a little bit more from underneath through the water. It's going to be pretty close. When the sun's hitting it. So yeah, that's what we're going to be tying for you. So the hook that we're using is a size 10 standard dry hook. So I'm going to get that in there. She's good. She good. She good. I'm using a 8/0 black thread. I'm just going to get this right and straight here. There we go. I'm going to pop that out of my vise into. Okay. So we're going to tie on with our thread. To about where the hook point is. And I'm going to just do a second little round here. I'm just making sure that my hook is completely covered. And first step is we're going to use a little bit of this UV black dubbing on the base of the hook. Put this on very thinly and tightly. We're just adding a little bit of shine underneath because all the foam is going to be tied on top. So I'm not looking to be building any bulk, but I just want to get a little something to reflect some light, bring a little attention to the underbelly. So I got my thread there. It also kind of helps the foam grip. Alright, so that's all we need to do. Just one nice little layer just going to brush that stuff forward. Get out of the way. Alright, so what I have here is 3mm black foam. That's what I'm using for the body, and that's what we're going to start with. So I've trimmed out a piece that's the appropriate width to the ants that are flying around right now. So if yours are a little fatter, then go a little fatter. And I've rounded the end. Now we're going to tie this on. So I want this butt section to be a little bit exaggerated, but not too much. So it's just coming past the hook bend. And then these first couple wraps, you're going to want to do them pretty carefully. You want to get that thread right on top of each other. Give them a nice little snug pull.
Never mind.
And then what I'm going to do to secure this is do a couple wraps right behind, right in front. Alright, so that's our tail section. Pretty simple. Now we're going to build up this midsection. So what I'm going to do is do a couple loose wraps and a couple by being two. I'm going to snug them down, and then I'm going to do it the other way. You don't need to compact this middle section too much, but I do want to flatten it out a little bit because we got some materials to be tying in there. So once again, I'm going to be I'm not going to that. Sorry, missed a step. So I got that on there. I know my ant is not moving around.
Must be windy out there.
And we're going to start at the back. So if you go out and check out these flying ants that are around, you'll notice that their wings are located at the back. Unlike most fly patterns that we tie them up near the front of the thorax. So what I got here is Chinese cock cape. It's a mustard yellow color. And I picked myself out two nice wing tips. I'm going to peel off the fibers from the tag ends so that I can tie these in. And so the flying ants, their wing tips come to just past the butt of the ant. So I'm going to get one in there. And where's my other one? There it should be. And we're doing it so that the curvature goes downwards. Get them same length here. And I'm going to tie that one in. There we go. So I know they're secure. I'm going to get rid of these tags. Alright, so make sure you always fix your foam while you're working with it so that it stays on top. Next, what we're going to do is I got some black rubber legs here. So I'm going to get one in on each side. And the legs are going to be about the same length as the abdomen or the butt section. Alright, so I got 1, 2 wraps in. Cut the front one just shy of the back. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And I just loop it underneath my thread. Make sure they're pulled up into position. We got 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we got our leg for the front. Match them up just like so. Beauty. Okay, so next step. Got some cock cape. You can use white as well, but I got this this molted color, and I'm gonna get myself one that is not too broad. I need to find the appropriate length to the fly. I'm going to tie it in by the tip. So just pinch your tip, stroke your feathers back, or the fibers back, tie it in right between those legs. Nip off the little tag. Alright, and we're going to leave that for a second. So now we're going to go back to this black UV dubbing. I'm going to put a thin little bit on my thread. Again, just something to catch some light. And then I'm going to wrap it between the legs, in front of the legs. There we go. So the whole time I'm leaving room to form my head. So next thing we're going to do is grab our pliers here, and I'm going to wrap my hackle in the midsection. So this is going to help, like the foam is very buoyant as it is, but this is going to help. So I go a good 3 wraps right between the legs. Thinking maybe one in front, and I'm thinking not. I'm going to keep them all right between the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can tie it off in front of the leg.
Yeah, you got to keep that hair between the legs. Nothing worse when it gets a little crazy.
Yeah. Alright, so nip my little tag end off. The hackle's in there. Our rubber legs are in there. And then last thing that we got to do is the head. So just going to grab a little pinch of dubbing again. You don't need very much. This is just because I'm going to be wrapping my thread forward underneath the foam. So I don't want to cover up that dubbing that I've already put in there. There we go. So I've wrapped up to the eye of the hook, leaving myself room to form this head. Pull all your material back, minus the foam. I'll get it trapped in there. So in this part, you want to make sure that you really snug it down. So don't just pull on your bobbin, because you will break off your thread a little bit more easily than what I'm doing. You want it snug because this is going to form the nice round head. Couple wraps in front of the foam. Now, hopefully that stays in there. If you're a little nervous about it, first couple times I've done this, the head has come unraveled, so I want to make sure I got some good wraps in. I'm going to pull this foam up, nip it off, and then we're just going to finish this fly. A couple wraps over that trimmed edge that I just made. Whip finish. Anybody have any questions yet?
No questions tonight, man.
Oh, jeez.
Got a few viewers and no questions. They're all at home just watching you tie. You're a pretty busy guy. You almost got to take some time there to talk to your guys that are watching. You made that thing pretty quick.
Well, that's the one thing that I have learned, is that I was talking too much before, and
Yeah.
trying to save you guys from having the half-an-hour videos. Kind of makes it seem like the flies are unachievable, but if you're not yapping at the camera the whole time, then they work out quite well. So what I'm just doing here is I'm just making sure that I get some of that, all that hackle out. So you got kind of two floatings going on here. You got the foam, and you got the nice cock cape, nice dry fly hackle. There you have it. That is
in the water.
That is the current hatch that is happening as we speak. So if you live near a lake, or you're going to go to a lake, and if you're not, you better plan on going to a lake. They do, if you don't want to do that sort of system, you can buy preformed antibodies.
We can show you what they look like too when they're tied.
Which basically works the same thing. So that's the back half. What I usually do with those, depending on the length of it, is use these little guys as the butt, and then I do a nice little heading or dubbed head. So they're nicely formed.
That's with that pre-foam.
Yep. So there's some
that's
other
kind of what they look like.
variations. So this particular one is a 1mm foam, and what they've done is they fold it over like a shell back. So you got all your dubbing underneath to create your size, kind of like what Cara did on her last episode, and that looks like it's seal dubbing as well. So you're using seal for your dry flies because it doesn't absorb the water like some other like hairs here or some of the other dubbings that are out there. So yeah.
So there's just a few different variations of the foam fly. But
White wings work well.
Oh, I love white wings.
Because like I was saying to the other guys on the other episode, I've collected 2 different flying ants this week, or
one
just yesterday actually.
Yeah.
One's the larger one with the brown, and then the other one's a smaller, slimmer style with a clear wing. So that's what that would represent there. So you got the 2 different variations right there. But as you can see, all the ant patterns kind of have the same principle. You got a nice big butt section, separation, and a head. I know if you're looking at a live ant, there's 3, but I think that's getting a little too complicated to tie.
Wolfie wants you to say hi to him, so hey, we're gonna saying hi to Wolfie Morez. Yeah, I hope I said your name right. But anyhow, hey, thanks for watching, bud. It's a great show. Thanks for tuning in. We got more coming in here. Sean Mooney. Finally.
Mooney, how you doing?
Yeah, I finally got here when you guys were online.
Welcome back.
So we're gonna answer this. Man, it's been a long time since we actually got to chat with you here online. But you know what? Maybe we should do one more fly tonight. What do you think?
I can do one up right now. You don't even have to break if you want.
Sean, we're gonna do one more fly just for you, my friend. So hey, just stay where you are. We're gonna put something together. We haven't quite thought of what we're tying, but we're gonna do one more.
Ask him if he wants a stone nymph or if he wants another mayfly.
All right. Did you hear that? Stone fly or what do you want? A nymph?
Yeah, or a may nymph.
Or a may nymph.
Let's see. I can probably show you. I'll hold them up to the camera. One's killer. One's alright.
All right, Sean, you gotta answer our question, bud. Stonefly or a mayfly nymph? Just write it in the answer.
That?
Oh, buddy, you're tying that one right there, straight up. That's the one.
Or that.
You did a mayfly nymph this morning.
I did.
So let's do the stone.
All right.
It's on. So I already answered that one for you. Anyhow, we're gonna finish it with that. Let's go upstairs. Okay, Sean, stay tuned, buddy. We're going to have another show here in about 2 minutes. I just got to put things together. Give me 5. Okay, let's go upstairs and perfect. We're upstairs.
So, yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to be back and tie a pumpkin head. Actually, this one's a Lillooet River stonefly nymph.
Yeah, Sean Mooney says stonefly great.
Okay, so we'll be right back in about 5 minutes as fast as Brad can type up the information on what the next fly is going to be. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us. Friday Night Flies right here in Pemberton, Spud Valley Sporting Goods, and Pemberton Fish Finder.
Coming to you live. Stonefly next.
Next.